I got a nice spread out there, thermal paste. I'm not even sure what they used in the factory for thermal paste, but I was cleaning it up and testing it earlier, and I didn't even notice that this shield was missing, or this heat sink kind of thing was missing. I was playing Galaga. About 5 minutes into it, it got really hot and the game just froze and it made this weird sound. And I was like, okay, well, obviously that might be the problem. So I'm thinking, while I'm already inside of it, I feel like modding. So I got this squirrel fan out of a slim PS2, and I want to kind of place it somewhere in here so the air is blowing that way out the back. And I'll probably take the original case and either cut a hole out and put like a mesh or something in it, or just drill holes and put some mesh. Either way, this is where the exhaust will be. Now I know proper cooling systems, the ideal way would be to have a fan on top of this some kind of way, so it's actually pulling heat away from it and blowing it out. But I modded a PS4 a couple days ago, and I have a fan like on top that's pulling the heat up. I might throw a clip in here. All right, so I cut a hole up under here where the squirrel fan is, the factory fan. Got a fan pushing air up in there, which gives more exhaust in the back, which will push more heat out. And I got this fan pulling because that's where a lot of heat accumulates. That's where the processor is and all that stuff. So meet Frankenstein. White light is on, no blue light of death. Time to clean her up and figure out what else I'm gonna do with it. And yeah, it's working just fine. I actually left it on for 24 hours, and when I cut the console off, I stuck my fingers in between the fins on the top fan, and it wasn't even warm right there. Well, yeah, I mean, it was warm, but it wasn't hot as it was. Alright, so it's pretty much in there as much as it's gonna be. The first hole right here that I drilled was actually for this little hole right here, but this screw was too big for that, and it kind of just busted that bracket. For now, that's how I'm gonna leave it. Gonna figure out something at the front, but I mean, it's not like it's gonna be in intense situations. But I do have this little piece of plastic mount that I may use some kind of way, but for now that's gonna have to do. Now I have it mounted upside down. This metal piece is actually supposed to be on the bottom because the majority of the air comes out of this little slot, which is right in front of this heat sink. This area over here is mostly fan. I mean, a little air comes out of that, but most of it comes out of here, and I wanted most of it to blow over this heat sink. All right, moment of truth. I got it temporarily hooked up right here. If I don't have any issues with these wires, I mean with it coming on anyway, or overloading the system or anything, I'm gonna come back in and solder these and clean them up real good. You won't even be able to tell they're there. Yeah, Gallagher. Woo. That's an awfully bright light for 2 point something volts. I tested that and it was like 2.01, 2 or 3 volts or something like that. Not too bad. Fan kicks on. Game's running. I don't have the sound. I don't have it plugged in all the way, so it's pretty good to me. And even if, let me see if I can get it to do it. Like if it does the flashing thing, like where the lights flash, because it's got a read error, the fan does come on all the way. You can see it's flashing on the TV. Fan does come on all the way and then off when you turn it off. I think that's a success. Let's clean this thing up. All right, there it is, all beautified to a point. This is gonna be the end of part 1. Part 2, I'm probably gonna be putting a nut on the bottom of that and figuring out another mounting solution over here, probably to this cartridge reader tray, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's a little bit noisier than a traditional one because, you know, traditional one doesn't have a fan. But I don't know if you can even hear it on the camera. You can definitely hear it with this like this. But I'm assuming once you get everything screwed in and everything, it'll be fine. Part 2 is also going to be me making some kind of vent right there where that little black square is, just so the air can escape out. But overall, I'm happy with it so far. I know I usually don't do videos like this, but I figured I wanted to do it with a drone that I was working on, but that drone actually corrupted my SD card. But yeah, it's something new. I'm not gonna turn into a hobby, DIY, whatever, instructable channel. I'm just doing what I want to do on my channel. I enjoy bass, music, cars, and I enjoy working on electronics and rigging up and just coming up with stuff with other stuff that's sitting around and building something. But if you liked it, feel free to hit the like button. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you come back for part 2.